Hello everyone, this is Romario with a new Premodern video, and before I get started, as always, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. It helps the channel grow, helps me create more Premodern and Legacy content. For this video, I've got a very fun one. It's a deck that people have been calling Cradle Control. I'm very familiar with the Legacy Cradle Control. I was not very familiar with Premodern Cradle Control. If the deck looks familiar, it is because it's the deck that Roloffs, sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, used to piloted to win the Italian Nationals. That was a tournament that took place on February 7th, and it had 189 players, and that's a deck that Frank played to win the whole event. Just like a quick story, like I said, if you follow my channel, if you've been watching for a while, even if you somehow look at Legacy results, I've been playing Cradle Control in Legacy for a while. And so when I heard Cradle Control in Premodern, I was like, let me take a look at it. This is not the first time I see this name being thrown around for a Premodern deck. I believe I heard about it on, I think it was the results of one of the webcam events, one of the monthlies. But to be honest, I didn't really look too closely. I saw Survivor the Fittest and Gaea's Cradle and some of the elves, so I couldn't tell anymore about the list that I saw. And I think more recently, I also heard on I want to say it was in the Spy Colony podcast. They were talking about this deck too, and so I got a little curious, and then I saw the deck winning the 180 players event. That's a huge event. So congrats to Frank for winning the Italian Nationals. So in Legacy, just quick tangent, Elves used to be traditionally a combo deck, right? It was like a critical mass type of deck. You cast a card like Glimpse of Nature that, for anybody that doesn't play contemporary Magic, every time you cast a creature, you draw a card. And so, of course, with cards like Gaea's Cradle and Wirewood Symbiote and the Quirion Ranger, and some of the cards are not legal in Premodern, like Heritage Druid and Birchlord Ranger is legal in Premodern, but we just doesn't see a lot of play. You're able to cast elves and draw more cards, and then eventually you have your win con. After the printing of the card Orcish Bowmasters that prevents you from doing all that, we saw that kind of disappeared from the format. But then sometime there, Newton. My friend Newton Huang, I was going to say he's more known as Hello Newton on Magic Online. He started playing this deck that he called Oops All Cradles, or he had a bunch of different names. Eventually, I think he liked the name Cradle Control, which was a deck that had an elf base, but it had a bunch of other very good creatures on their own, right? Nowadays, it's almost like, I've been joking, that kind of almost looks like the Rock deck, but in Legacy. But basically you have this, at one point I had this base that looked like elves, but also had, but it wasn't like a combo deck, right? But you still play Cradle, Gaea's Cradle, you play Tutors and, that kind of stuff. So when I saw this, it kind of reminded me of that, because it is a deck that at first it kind of looks like an elves deck, right? We have the mana dorks that are mostly elves. We do have the 4 Birds of Paradise too, of course. But then we have interactions that we usually see in elves decks, the Wirewood Symbiote and Multani Acolyte, the Yavimaya Granger and Anger, of course, the Survivor the Fittest. So all these are cards that we're used to see in elves and Nantuko Vigilante. But then we have cards that are, I guess, quote unquote, toolboxy cards. We have All of Blossoms, we have Orcish Settlers, Goblin Sharpshooter, which I guess Sharpshooter, we could say it's, in the past, I remember when I first got into Premodern, that used to be a stock card in Elves 75. And then after a while, I kind of didn't see the card being played in Elves, but I'll put it in the same category as toolboxy creatures that we don't normally see in Elves, right? Thornscape Battlemage is another one that I think I saw this card being played in Elves a few times, and I didn't notice that the card was an elf itself, so it made more sense to have Wirewood Symbiote. Obviously, in this one we don't have 4 Wirewood Symbiotes. So, but again, we do have Survivor the Fittest that you can find both parts of the, I don't know if I call it combo, but synergy, I guess. And then we have the Skyshroud Poachers, which is, I think, it's a great addition to any elf deck. You don't have to play 4 I tried in the past to do in Trinity green style decks. I think 1 or 2 it's perfect. For this deck, I think 1 is the right number. And then we have the Genesis, which is another card that I love in Elves. I don't usually see. I don't think there's a reason not to play this in the 75 in Elves. It's just great against any let's say like decks that you're exchanging resources. It just creates inevitability a lot of times too. So if the game's gonna go long, and especially in game one, a lot of times your opponents do not have a way to interact with your graveyard. So just having a card that basically doesn't matter what your opponent's trying to do to your creatures, you can always keep rebuying them. Excuse me. So I think it's just like a really good card to have in your 75 with Elves. It is a card that a lot of times I don't think is very good in the post-board games, but definitely in the pre-board games it's very good. And then we have 3 copies of Deranged Hermit. So this list is running Goblin Bombardments. So I am a big fan of this, just like Deranged Hermit plus Goblin Bombardment. Hasty Squirrels with Goblin Bombardment seems like a lot of damage in the same turn. So yeah, pretty big fan of that. And so like I said, the main deck, it does look like it's like a toolboxy Elves deck, right? So we have the same base of Elves and but you also have some extra creatures that do a little bit of everything, right? So this Thornscape can destroy artifacts and deal damage. There's also a creature that can like repeat it. It's like repeatable artifact removal and damage with like Wirewood Symbiote. We have Orcish Settlers that, if you're playing Gaea Squid in this deck, right? So you can maybe it's like a triple Stone Ring or quadruple Stone Ring, like with a Cradle plus a Priest of Titania. Oh, also, as a side note too, Priest of Titania is one of those creatures that in Elves, I think in game one is excellent. But I think so many times when I played Elves, and I talked to some other Elves players too, it is a creature that gets sided out so much. Again, very good when you can get to untap with it. And Priest of Titania has like buddies in play, but it seems like a lot of times like post-board games, that scenario is impossible to happen. Like, a lot of your Engineered Plagues or Wrath of Gods or like just all kinds of removals, right? So like it's really hard for you to have Priest of Titania and another 2 or 3 Elves in play. So having one Priest of Titania, I think that's definitely the correct number. I think that is a card that like if you have Anger and a Mountain play, playing it in the same turn to try to make a lot of mana and do something flashy, great. But just, let's say if this deck was running more than one and just a turn 2 Priest of Titania, I feel like it's just not what you're trying to do with this deck. So I think run 1 is perfect. So looking at the sideboard, we have 3 copies of Pyroclasm. Premodern, look at this deck, right? There's a lot of decks in Premodern that look like this. Goblins, we got White Weenie decks and Elves decks. So Pyroclasm is just like a very flexible and very good card in Premodern. Gaea's Blessing, just having one on the sideboard, I think that's it's pretty obvious that's for anything like trying to bring freeze you or alter Dementia. They have 3 copies of Naturalize and Tranquil Domain. Those are, Naturalize kind of, it's also good. It's good against things like Dreadnought and also any Ultra Druid's deck, opposing Survival of the Fittest. Tranquil Domain, I'm pretty sure that's like mostly for Enchantress. And there are some people playing Replenish still, so that's good there too. Spike Feeder, pretty good against any aggro deck or, Sly. I do think that if you get Spike Feeder plus Genesis going, it's pretty really good against Sly. Seems not easy, but like just gaining 4 life, I think against Sly is game changing too. So just a very good card. I really like playing Spike Feeder and having a way to get it back. Seems like a sweet synergy that this deck can do. Then we have another copy of Nantuko Vigilante. Some of the Elves lists that I play have done that, like having 3 copies in a 75. Usually it's one in the main deck and then like 2 in the sideboard. Maybe this player could not fit. Maybe they wanted like the extra spot in a space in the sideboard. So, or maybe they're just expecting more to get more use of the Nantuko Vigilante in the main deck. Then we have 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt. We've been seeing like HFAB doing well. Reanimator is a deck that like apparently like it's a real deck in Premodern too. Then we have 3 copies of Winter Orb. I'm a big fan of Winter Orb against decks like Enchantress, any slow blue deck. We've been seeing Standstill getting a little more popular in leagues. So big fan of Winter Orb, especially with a deck full of mana dorks and ways to produce more mana with your lands than their lands. And then we have 1 copy of Masticore, just really good at any deck that can produce a lot of mana, like, Gaia's Cradle and Priest of Titania. Very, very good against goblins and, elves. Actually, against elves, I feel like this deck's probably got a really good matchup. Where, like, between the Sharpshooter and Masticore and the Goblin Bombardment, even the Thornscape Battlemage, the Wirewood Symbiote plus Thornscape seems really good against elves too. Yeah, I feel like this deck's actually well equipped to beat goblins and elves. Not really sure about fast combo decks. I think this, or probably even combo in general. But we'll see. Pretty excited to try this deck. Let's see how the league goes. And again, if you like Legacy, if you like Premodern, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave your comments below. Let's get started with the league. All right, so round 1 of Cradle Control. Let's see. So this hand is not capable. Let's go to this is a lot better. So I think I'm just gonna put one of the fetch lands back. Well, actually no. I think I just put one of the forests for the little marginal deck thinning. So get a forest. Let's play an elf and pass. Oh, we're playing the elf mirror. All right. So let's do this. I'll play this thing. I'll make mana. Ping that guy and play my second elf. All right. Multani's Acolyte is A-okay. Actually, that was the worst possible way to cast that card. Let's do like this. And what I can do, I can just play the Genesis next turn and actually just sack it, because I can always get stuff back from the graveyard. I'm just gonna hard cast a Squee. Okay, yeah, you can attack. Not gonna block. That's pretty good actually. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna be short for this thing, but I think it's fine, right? Because this only makes 4 mana now. This thing like Priest of Titania. It's from the time in Magic where things were symmetrical. So I will be making 4 mana of this Priest of Titania. Okay, another elf, a Cradle, a Hermit. That's pretty good too. But like Hermit by itself is not super threatening, I guess, but that's pretty fun. Okay, so 6 mana. I will cast this thing, and I guess I'll play Settlers. That's hilarious. I'll be able to probably destroy all their lands, I guess. Yeah, I'll let them pay for it. They do have a lot of mana too, so okay. So I think the plan here is to, so if I kill this guy now, I'm trying to I think it's better to just try to destroy other lands and then do something. All right, so let's see. This is kind of hard to do the math here, right? Because it's red, so it's double, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 12 mana, right? So this is 6, 11, 12. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. And say done. Yeah, no, just pass, I guess. Can Genesis, if you do return target creature card from your hand, yeah. Okay, so it can return itself. They don't have really good attacks though, I think. All right, so I'm gonna block. I can block this guy. I can block this guy, and I'm gonna kill the big one. So I'm only gonna take 6 damage. Fyndhorn Elf. Okie dokie. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna get the Orcish Settlers back. Yes, I'll pay for it. This is survival now too. That changed things a little bit. So I'll play Settlers. And such an overkill, but so I gotta watch how many creatures I have left, because I'm trying to get Sharpshooter here, right? Okay, so alright, I'm gonna go to blocks. So I have to kill this guy. So I'll block here. So they're swinging for 1, 5, 6. Oh no. So then I'm gonna block here. Actually, you know what? I want them to have elves. So we're gonna do like this, and then I can kill one of the squirrels. This guy, correct? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to 2. Tangle wire. Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I just need to get a creature back in my hand, and I gotta tap 4 things. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll pay 3. Goes back to my hand. Okay. It makes 5. Discard this. I'll get Anger. I'll discard Anger. I'll get Sharpshooter. All right, so kill. I think we're going to be going to them too, but yeah. All right, so Elves. Yeah, I think I want Wall of Blossoms, and I can probably cut a couple of Deranged Hermits. So I want Masticore. I don't know if I want Pyroclasm. I think I have better ways to do their stuff. Vigilante is very good. I'm gonna bring 2 Pyroclasms. It's not a card that I'm thrilled to cast early in the game, but again, I just don't want to well, maybe I can even have instead of Vigilante, well, Granger. Is that good? We can shave one of the Multani's Acolyte and bring back the Granger. There you go. This is a much faster game, right? I don't think I want to the whole Wirewood Symbiote plus Acolyte. It's kind of hard to get that going against elves. Again, I am a Survival of the Fittest Gaia's Cradle deck, right? So I can't cut too many lands. Too many creatures. Man, this hand is just super awkward. If this was a green source, I could keep this one. Unfortunately, that's not the case, and I think I'm gonna have to mulligan. That's not keepable either. I guess that's a keep. I'm gonna put this 2 back. If I find a mana dork or 2, then maybe this Masticore can. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see what happens. Priest of Titania, land, another dude. Okay, very, very good, very good, very good. All right, so just play survival, and we'll pass. Okay, my hand's still pretty slow. I really would like to draw a Gaia's Cradle, a Wirewood Symbiote, Llanowar Elf. What's the last card in your hand? Another elf. Okay, interesting. And you're gonna swing for 2. So this gives me time to do Squee things, I guess. I think. Let me get Squee. If I draw a red source, I think I didn't. Okay, so let's just discard Squee. I need mana here though. So I'm gonna get a Quirion Ranger, play the Ranger, and tap this guy, pick this up, play this one. Can I well, if I discard Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, I have a line, I think. I'm gonna get my Priest of Titania. I'm gonna cast it. There you go. The next turn I can play Masticore and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of mana. So as long as I don't die this turn, I'm okay, I guess. Famous last words. Oh, jizz. Don't do it upon him. Don't do it. Oh, Hermit. Okay. That's a lot of creatures, though. All right. They're going to be able to replay and play a replay and million times here. So, all right. So I do have to go for Sharpshooter here, right? I believe. I'm going to take some damage. That's kind of irrelevant. Good thing Quirion Ranger can also untap the Sharpshooter. So can I draw a Cradle? Cradle would be sweet. It's not a Cradle. I guess the Llanowar Elf is free, right? Because then it just adds to this one. Is that correct? I believe so. Okay, then I'll discard Squee. I'm gonna get Anger. It's gonna tap for 10 mana. That's crazy. I'm gonna discard Anger. I'm gonna get this guy. Yeah, tap this. Play this dude. Problem, they don't have haste without red mana. I just realized that. Okay. Let me see. Can I still salvage this? Because if I use this to untap this guy... No, I think I still do this. I'm already on that plan, right? Untap this. Pick this up. Did I play a land this turn? I have not. So if I discard Masticore to grab Wirewood Symbiote. What am I saying? Hold on a second. Let me see. So if I discard Masticore, if I get a Wirewood Symbiote, I can pick up a Birds of Paradise. No, pick up an elf. Discard the elf, get Birds of Paradise, but then I'm off. I don't have any creatures, right? Okay, so I think my best plan is to just cast Masticore and then try to kill enough creatures, I guess. Because the Quirion Ranger will also be active on their turn. Okay, my opponent just wants to chat, I guess. All right, so let's try to ping this guy. Oh, hold on. Which one is this one targeting? Oh, that one. Okay, so that takes care of that. Okay, then I have to kill this one. Then I'll kill some squirrels. Sounds terrible when I say it like that. Okay, and I guess I'll just pass a turn. All right, so in their upkeep, I'm gonna tap this guy, pick this up, and let's not let them have more elves. And I guess tapping this is the same. Yeah, their hand is Deranged Hermit and a mystery card. So I think this turn I probably even discard the Goblin Bombardment actually to Masticore. Yeah, because they can attack with 8 squirrels, but because the only problem, if they have a Cradle, then they can kill me. It doesn't seem like they have it. So they just attack the team, right? All right. So block 1, block another one. Take 6. I go to 4. Survival. That's a good top deck. I guess I want the Granger around. Squee comes back. Masticore. Yeah, I'm just going to discard the Goblin Bombardment. Another survival. Okay. All right, so let's discard this one. Where's the Genesis? Tap this one. Discard Genesis. And I guess just get Sharpshooter here. Yeah. Play Z Sharpshooter. Then kill the board, I guess. All right, cool. That was a... Yeah, opponent played really well that turn. Like the Deranged Hermit almost like got me. But luckily I had the Masticore that was able to hold it off. All right, let's see how round 2 goes. All right, so back for round 2, and let's see what we're working with. I think I'm gonna keep it. This is not great, but I really like this card. And I gotta play a creature. Sorry. Sometimes when like I'm talking through my lines, I get too caught up like on what I'm going to do, and I forget to actually do it. All right, so Fyndhorn Elf and Rishadan Port's a good way to bridge from turn 2 to turn 3. Okay, Curse Scroll. All right, I now have I need to draw Birds of Paradise to be able to do this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play Rishadan Port, I guess, and poke them for 1. Funny thing is, against those black decks, I think if I play a 4/4, it's kind of hard for them to deal with, and if they kill it, it's not a big deal. And so what I want to do here? Do I give them a turn? Yeah, I think it's fine. All right, let's fetch, and I guess I got a forest. Play this guy. Get a mountain, I guess, and I'll poke them for 1 again. I have 6 cards in hand. I don't think this Curse Scroll is gonna be shooting anything anytime soon. Maybe all 6 cards are the same, just all swamps. Hypnotic Spectre. All right, so let's pay for this thing. Oops, yes. Now I feel silly for not tapping the Rishadan Port. All right, yeah, very silly, because, well, I wouldn't be able to do both anyways. So, as in, I wouldn't be able to play Thornscape next turn if I'm gonna kill Hypnotic Spectre. I guess I'm just gonna discard the Genesis. Okay, Withered Wretch. I guess I think I just play the birds. This is 4 mana. Do I want to port them? That's the question. I think I want to kill this now. Then we're just gonna flip it, and we'll send those guys. I think Genesis is gone. So, I guess mono black decks, it's really hard for me to plan on recurring my creatures all the time, because they usually have like 4 of these cards. So it's gonna trade. Okay. Oh man, I keep forgetting to, and I put a stop in my opponent's like upkeep. And I guess black decks, it doesn't really matter for me to do at the end of their turn. Like against blue decks, sometimes I do want to Rishadan Port at the end of their turn, so like they can cast anything on my turn. But against those mono black decks, is just skipping is just straight up a punt. So opponent's deep in the tank there. All right, yeah, they're thinking real hard. Well, they're not gonna go to combat, right? So I'm not gonna get a chance to port them before they do anything. Oh, okay. All right, we'll discard this thing. Well, now I get a chance to do this. Ooh, attack. We can double block one of them. If they do, I think I'm just going to do this. All right, let's not forget to port this time. Unfortunately, since I have a Goblin Bombardment in play, I can't F6 in their turn. I love to get some that F6 value, but not like that. Oh, Jesus. All right, so with the team, we're going to do that. Yep, that's fine. I'm just going to fetch now. So, I'm not playing Sylvan Libraries in this deck, so literally just saves my time here. All right, let's port them again. So here I'm just hoping to draw Deranged Hermit off the top. I'm definitely going to turn my deck into more of a mid-range deck in the game too. This plays this hasty Wall of Blossoms. All right, let's just attack. So they're virtually a 6 life, right? All right, take 1. Yeah, we attack. All right, so they're going to go to 7. Again, Goblin Bombardment just gives me so much reach because Nantuko Shade. All right, they're not going to... I don't think they're going to block the Fyndhorn Elves. All right, let's play this bird and we'll attack. Are they going to block? I think I'll take that trade. Well, that's a little awkward now. Hypnotic Spectre. All right. Well, I'm probably not going to have any cards in hand ever. All right. So I just need to draw a creature after this. Oh, it's LOL. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Masticore. Okay. Very good. You're going to attack. I will take the damage. I will discard a card. So let's discard this. Yeah, Deranged Hermit does it, right? Yeah, just cast it. I didn't have to attack, but it's faster Magical Line, I think. Is it gonna block one? I'll ping with that one, and then yeah, I think it's just faster to do that instead of clicking every creature. All right, so those decks are such a pain in the ass to play against when you're playing elves, because they just have all kinds of things that do mean things to green creatures. I have to bring all the Naturalize too, and I guess I can. Is Winter Orb good? No. Spike Feeder maybe? No, Spike Feeder is more, I guess, for burn. I almost feel like Pyroclasm might be relevant, because I think I'm going to cut all the elves that die to... What's the name of that card? Oh, I think I'm going to bring Tranquil Domain too. Name of the card is escaping me now. Engineer Plague. So I almost want to bring Spike Feeder because it's a non-elf creature. Or I think like maybe Winter Orb. But if I'm not going to have Dorks, then it's not very good to do that. The Pyroclasms can possibly kill a lot of their creatures. And since I'm not going to have as many 1-drops too, or 1 toughness creatures, yeah, I think I'm going to ship it like this. I don't think this is very good on the draw. Yeah, I'm only going to do this. This is way worse. If Rishadan Port was or one of the Cradles was a forest, I think I could keep. Yeah, I don't want a YOLO. All right, I'm going to keep this one. And so Squee is better in the deck anyways. Sharpshooter is also better in my deck anyways. All right, maybe they just like overextended to Pyroclasm. I don't know. It's like maybe just wishful thinking. I really kind of want to draw Pyroclasm after turn 2, but the rest, there you go. You have 1 target. I'll play a forest. And so they run Wastelands too, so I don't want to just play Cradle for nothing. I think I just have to do when it matters. Yep, play this thing. Yeah, we'll pass. Ravenous Rats. Because discard the Cradle. Okay. So I only did that because I don't think they have anything going on. Or maybe they have a very reactive hand. Alright, Phyrexian Arena. Wow. Right on cue. Let me see if I draw land here so I don't have to use my Wall of Roots. I drew a land, but it's not what I had in mind. Alright, let's do this. Maybe I'll swing for 2. I guess I'll put a counter on this thing and tap one of the black sources. Mistress Factory. I think they should wasteland my port, actually. I would if I was them. My mana is a little bit awkward. Not that, I'm not really sure, but you do your opponent's anger. Alright, so they're 14, but I think they're probably in a little bit better position than I am. Unless I draw Survival. I think if I draw Survival, and I can definitely have a very good turn next turn. I do have 4 of them in the deck, so Wirewood Symbiote would be interesting too. Obviously, any of the cards that cost more than 3 mana, not great. Goblin Bombardment would also be sweet here. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like ask and you shall receive. So this is not sick anymore, right? No. Okay. So it's gonna pass. Okay. They killed my dude. I have a wasteland. So I only have like Dystopia. I think it should be fine. Okay. This card is good, but all right, let's discard this. I guess I get Squee first. Do I have anything that makes sense to draw here? Perhaps. This thing doesn't fly, right? Does it? No. I could get a Yavimaya Granger, or yeah, I think I'm just gonna get a Granger. I need to have more mana, and this guy just straight up puts a land in play, so it's like not terrible. Yeah, no, pass, because if you want to attack, then I can just block with the Yavimaya Granger. It is getting to a point of the game that's a little dangerous, but yeah. So they're probably gonna use a removal spell here, which is fine because they don't have that much black mana. So for some reason I thought this card had flying. I don't know, because it's a spirit. Like I usually think spirits would have flying in Magic, and I definitely played that card before and attacked into a creature that didn't have flying because I was like, well, no, it's like this creature doesn't have flying. I don't know if that's what happened to my opponent here, or maybe because if they have a removal spell, then they get a 2-for-1, right? Or a 2-for-2, but I guess they didn't know. Oh, they wanted to play the Wretched. Okay, all right, that's a lot of creatures here. 2 Wretched. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do much this turn except for paying for the Echo cost. That guy's pretty good too, but yeah, I think it's just pass. Not expect her. All right. And now here's the question: do I just discard Sharpshooter for something silly like a Masticore? I can also get a Wirewood Symbiote, and then because the Thornscape's already gone, right? Oh, it's not. It was the other game. Okay, let me do that then. Oh no, is it in the graveyard? Oh, it is. Oh Jesus. Okay, that was a mistake. All right, let's just get the Skyshroud Poacher then. That was a mistake. For some reason I thought the Thornscape was still in my deck. Okay, hopefully that doesn't cost me the game. So if I draw Goblin Bombardment, I think I can just win, right? Because then I can Skyshroud Poacher for another Deranged Hermit. Wow. Okay. Never mind. Just gonna do it like this. Some pretty big squirrels. Yeah. Interest Factor can stop the Poacher. No, they're not gonna do it. What do they got? The Wall of Roots and the Granger. Interesting. I wonder if this thing can. Well, I'm at 15 life, right? So if they draw something silly like a Perish, okay, wow, I was really scared the whole time I was gonna get hit with a Dystopia or Perish or Engineer Plague, and they never cast it. So, all right, that was round 2. We'll see if we can win round 3. All right, so we're back here for round 3, and yeah, last round could have been a very tough matchup. Black decks are pretty good at stopping everything that Elves is trying to do, so pretty lucky to be able to win last round. This hand is not good. Yeah, I think I can keep this one. I think I'm gonna put Squee back because the one that's kind of the odd one out here because I don't have survival. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and grab a forest, and I'm gonna cast this Fyndhorn Elf, and I think I'm just gonna pass. Well, not much else I can do, right? Ren's Lemonade. That's a cool name. Play against elves too? No, it's good. This gives me like the rock vibes. Let's see. So if I play Wirewood Symbiote, I kind of want to save that to find them. Oh, okay. All right. So, and I could pick this up and attack. I don't think it's worth the extra point of damage. Maybe it was, but I'm not sure. All right. So what is my opponent gonna fetch with Windswept Heath? I don't know how popular this deck, the one I'm playing, is right now because it did just win the Italian Nationals. Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen Evolved Witness in a long time. So I kind of hope to draw survival here. It's not a survival, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play Skyshroud Poacher, and I can attack with the 2 elves, and then whatever they block, I can just bounce back to my hand. Okay, so untap, pick this guy up, but I do get to get 1 point of damage in, so that could be relevant at this point. And I'll pass. The thing is that this card just makes me that I can't survival, at least not more than once. Source of Plowshares. Yep, can't really do much about that. I think it's gonna get a mountain here. Again, I'm not, excuse me, I'm not running cards like Gaea, Civil Library, so the shuffling effect doesn't really matter as much. So I'm assuming this is a Exalted Angel or an Nantuko Vigilante. If it's an angel, I think I'll have to figure out if it's Skyshroud Poacher getting right, so it's 100% an angel, right? Otherwise they wouldn't attack. So I'm gonna take 4 and they're gonna gain 4. Still in Safekeeper. Alright, so we're gonna get a Deranged Hermit. I'm gonna get some dudes. Untap this guy, and we're gonna get more dudes. Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna untap and attack for a whole lot. Alright, don't really know what to do here. They're playing sort of like a deck that I don't know. So I think I want Masticore. I'm gonna cut a Vigilante. I'm not really sure what they're doing there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with this. I kind of want to bring Pyroclasm too, but might be overkill. Oof, I'm gonna keep it. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so I guess something to do on turn 2, I guess. I should probably start with an elf actually instead of... Well, they don't have white mana, so they're not gonna plow my birds now. I think generally speaking, I want my elves to get destroyed instead of my... I mean, not destroyed, but plowed. It's a lot of Moxen. Okay. Sharpshooter. Alright, maybe they don't have another landing hand. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2, but now I can port them, which holds off. You know what? Let's not be cowards. Alright, so they're gonna flip Angel. So I take 4. Cradle's really good. So Fyndhorn Elf, birds, and elf, and I'll keep the thing untapping. I mean, I have 3 blockers for the Angel. And if I draw a Deranged Hermit or Survival, didn't draw any of them. All right, so let's attack with these guys. Oh, I forgot to. Yeah, I'll tap there. Dang, I forgot to. Actually, I'm kind of glad I did that, because if I had tapped the land, then I would have made to tap Rishadan Port, and I want my Cradle to be available. All right, so if I fetch, I have to block next turn, so I think I'm just going to hold off on that. So I guess I could do this right now, since I have 2 creatures that I don't mind putting in the graveyard, methinks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, swing for 5. All right, so now I have to kill the angel. So the first 2 points of damage are kind of free. The other 3 are not. Terror of War. That one's going to be a problem. All right, so 1... no, 1 second, mess this up. I was supposed to shoot them. No, all right, that was not a very smart play by me. You know if I want to change anything. Maybe the Wall of Blossoms are not great. I think the Vigilantes might do more damage. Tormod's Crypt, I guess. No, I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, I think I'm just going to do like this. All right, this is a good survival hand, I think. So Safekeeper. Land. Yeah, I think since they have kind of like a slow start, I think developing my mana is a little better here. I didn't see anything that nukes my graveyard, so maybe Sylvan Library. Okay, you can attack. I don't think I'm gonna block. I think I want... Do I want a Squee? No, I think I want Quirion Ranger, actually. Then I can discard this. Get Squee. And then I can pass, I think. I pay 4. Okay. All right, so let's... I think I'm just going to get Vigilante. Yeah. I'll try to kill Sylvan Library, I guess. Pick this up. Play it. Try to kill that, and then I'll play Llanowar Elf. I was wondering if they have Pyroclasm in their deck, though. Masticore. Masticore could be a problem. Can I get a Granger? They're a survival deck, too? Damn, I have to do something about that, right? So what do I do? So they're going to be able to kill 2 other creatures if they want to. So they killed 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do I do? What do I do? And I can save one Safekeeper, but then I guess just get a Vigilante. All right, this is kind of bad. No. Could have, yeah, bounced that, and then they can plow something, I guess, but freaking Masticore is going to be a beating there. Just exile the birds. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pay for this guy. I feel like every time I have Goblin Bombardment, I'm like, I should have cast last turn, and then I never do it. I guess if I draw a Cradle here, not in terrible shape. All right, let's try to do this. So now they have second land. All right, I still can't attack. This feels like I'm losing. I'm just treading water here. Okay, so if I draw a Cradle next turn, then I could play Goblin Bombardment to try to ping the Sylvan Safekeeper. And, okay, I just need to draw a land, I guess. Birds. Birds is kind of okay, I think. All right. So what do I need to do? I really need to draw like something that... Oh, they don't have white. I mean, they need green mana for that, not white mana. Okay. I can't really block. Well, what I can do is... Oh, they're just going to ping it. All right. So if I get a creature, then they have to ping that creature. Or if I get Wirewood Symbiote, no. I'm just going to get a birds, and then hopefully they... Oh, no, they don't have any ways to destroy my survival now. All right. And that was the last card in their hand. All right, so they can ping 1 creature or Rishadan Port. Well, now they can ping 2 creatures. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Surprised that they're going to give up their Masticore. Am I missing something? I don't think so, right? All right, so I get my thing back. Cradle. Not a Cradle. Okay, so discard Squee. Do I have the wall still in my deck? I do have a wall of roots. Okay, so I'm just gonna cast wall, and I guess. All right, so on their turn, they're probably gonna kill the birds, and that's it. They should use Cradle actually. I just realized that because now Cradle doesn't make mana. All right, so do I have anything that jumps me? And I don't, right? Because I don't have any elves, and the Quirion Ranger already died. I think I'm just gonna try to develop my mana then. Or I can get Genesis first. Discard Genesis. I can get a Fyndhorn Elf, I guess. Cast this guy. And this guy can cast this dude. Okay. And I can swing for 3. All right, swing for 4. I'm sorry. I mean, I could even offer to tap my mountain, like, because it wasn't gonna matter. Like, all right, yeah, I think the Masticore dying there was like, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what their deck looks like. Well, very tight game there, game 3. All right, let's see if we can get another W in round 4. All right, so we're back for round 4. We're gonna be on the play. And yeah, I think I can keep this one. Squee is kind of like a mulligan here, but if I draw any lands next turn, I should be able to play those 2 creatures. Well, I guess we're just gonna play Priest of Titania first then. Hopefully it doesn't get dazed. I have to get dazed or Sorcerer Plowshare. If it gets plowed, then I think I just go Multani's Acolyte next turn and try to top deck a land. Oh, that's cool. That's I guess they're playing a combo deck, right? Play an Acolyte because I need a land. Did not draw a land. Play another Acolyte. Land? That's a land. I guess what do I want to do? So birds makes red or white mana if I draw the what's the name of that guy? The Thornscape Battlemage. Merchant Scroll. Alright. Is opponent going off? This thing makes everything yeah, blue and green spells cost 1 less, right? Snap. Oh, they're gonna snap that right now. Okay. Interesting. So everything has a discount now. So what do I want to do? Because if I pay for both of them, I can't cast anything next turn. So I think I'm just gonna pay for 1. I'll let the other one die. Alright, so it's gonna fetch a forest and play this one. I'll play this one. They have a counter spell? Oh, memory lapse. Alright. So next turn, if I don't die, okay, what are they gonna merchant scroll for? Factor Fiction. And they can cast Factor Fiction and still cast something this turn. Wow. Okay. So let's cast this thing for 2 mana. I mean 3 mana. And so they should probably respond to Factor Fiction, right? Yeah. I don't know if there's a right answer here. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I probably take the pile that has more cards, right? Yeah, I don't think there's a really. I mean, I could have put the 2 Frantic Searches in one pile, but I honestly don't think there was a right answer there. I'm hoping that the deck is a deck that tries to kill with Brain Freeze, then the surprise Gaia's Blast in my sideboard might get there. But I think game 1 is going to be extremely hard for me to win. Somescape Familiar. Is this supposed to be a creature or is it just the wall that's the familiar? I didn't know a wall could be a familiar or the castle, whatever this is. I'm going to Google this after this game. Oh, that is my favorite art for Sleight of Hand. Those are the ones I own in paper too, the portal art. So they have 6 cards in hand. Okay, there's a cradle. Doesn't even change anything. I guess I just play this. I guess I'll try to play this guy too. I think they have a memory lapse, right? They can just put on top of my deck. Yeah, just attack with team, I guess. And then attack with birds. Could attack the birds, send a message. They block. What? They're not gonna block anything because it's just gonna kill next turn. Okay. Cunning Wish. What is Cunning Wish gonna grab? Like Hibernation. Oh, Factor Fiction. Okay. I think that they have a lot of time, right? Because next turn I'm still not gonna be able to kill them. I'm swinging again for what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can just block 2 elves. Oh, Lotus Veil. I mean, game 1 is almost like garbage time. I'm just like watching to see what my opponent's trying to do. And again, if it's a Brain Freeze deck, then the Gaia's Blessing. It's my hope, I guess, not to lose. Yeah, because I don't have much more for like Pyroclasm doesn't kill these things. Like Winter Orb, maybe. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, see what we're gonna do in game 2. But I'll do something like this. Counter spells like not super relevant right now. Lotus Veil used to be a bulk rare bin. Now it's like I think they're pretty expensive now. Like you can never. It was like not really playable like when it was in standard or. At least I don't remember any of the old formats. Like, no, you could play this card. And Weatherlights had some like kind of wacky cards that I really liked. I really enjoyed the set. Doomsday being like one of my favorite cards from Weatherlights. So now they're 5 life. And they only need to storm for. I mean, I'm assuming Brain Freeze is their win con, right? So I have 47 cards. So 10 is 33, right? Because the original Brain Freeze also counts. 15. I'm sorry. Now they're 36, 39. Okay, so now they're just gonna find whatever, right? Because I think 15, right? 15 does it because it'll be 48. Is that correct? I can F6 because I don't want them to see my deck. Wow, literally Demonic Tutor. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this Cradle Control deck is. I think it's pretty good against any of the non-combo decks in the format. if they are playing combo, it's pretty complicated to try to win game 1. So for next search, okay, so now they have enough storm. They can just bring freeze already. Okay, so they got brain freeze. All right, we don't really have a way to beat that in game 1. So let's see. I think I want Nantuko Vigilante. Definitely want the Gaia's Blessing. Maybe instead of Vigilante, just bring Naturalize. Tormod Crypt seems better. Some of the other stuff I have, like Wall of Blossoms, again, just not great. Thornscape Battlemage. Let's see if I bring Winter Orb, I can cut some of these guys. I think Genesis is not a matchup for Genesis. Hate cutting Genesis, but I think that's the correct thing to do. Multani's Acolyte. I think, we're not getting to those untap draw matchups. I can keep one, I guess, if I really want to. I think Granger is necessary for me to be able to give haste to my stuff. Lands are, I think I like Orcish Settlers. Okay, so maybe the Nantuko Vigilantes are not super relevant here. I mean, it's good, but I think I just rather draw Naturalize because the Thornscape. I definitely see a scenario that I need to do enough damage to win, then Thornscape is relevant, but I can't keep this hand. Oh, this one's a lot better. Okay, so I don't think I need 2. Well, maybe I can just put no, I think I'm going to put one of the survivals back. Or Skyshroud Poacher, maybe. I think I could Poacher. If I draw up Guy's Cradle, then Poacher plus Goblin Bombardment might be enough damage to win. Right, so I'm just going to put the second survival back. So kind of just want to draw a creature here or another land. I'm just going to play survival now that I have a chance. Okay, so draw a land. Let's discard this guy. Let's see, I'm going to get Squee. Squee's going to discard this guy. And I just get a Quirion Ranger and cast Quirion Ranger. And play land this turn, but they do have white in the deck, so they could possibly have disenchant, I guess. Probably just gonna AK all impulse. Okay. It was one of the reasons I want to find Quirion Rangers because the Winter Orb that's in my hand. Like if they tap out for Medallion or whatever here, then maybe Winter Orb will do something. All right. Well, like I said, so I can pick this guy up. Rishadan Port. Let's discard this guy. I guess I'm gonna get a Priest of Titania. 1 second. Jesus. All right. Try to cast like this. So if they counter, okay, so just a memory lapse. All right, so untap and play this thing. I'll swing for 1. I mean, again, I know they have a small discount there, but it only gets bad if they have Frenetic Search because they can just untap other lands. But I think the whole point here is me trying to slow them down and try to win that way, I guess. All right, so to play this thing again. All right. Discard this. Yes, it's gonna get another elf. Untap this, pick this up, and we'll play this guy. Alright. Then I believe next turn I should be able to try to. Did I bring all the vigilantes? No, I only have 1 left in the deck. Okay. Oh, I forgot a Thornscape actually. No, it's still in my deck. So Birds of Paradise maybe would have been. Because Thornscape can kill a Sapphire Medallion too. Okay. I guess another reason to have Thornscape in my deck. Oh, they're gonna destroy 2 lands. Are they going off? I'm assuming they are. Frenetic Search. Okay. Huh. So now, I don't know how the editing is going to turn out in this one, but I probably will be quiet for a little bit because they are going to be doing their thing for a while here, and there isn't much I can say except for the fact that I'm just going to wait for them to do their combo, and hopefully my Gaia's Blessing will surprise them. I will lose Squee in the whole thing, and if I still get to untap, I should be in a good spot, I guess, because I do have Rishadan Port, so they only have Lotus Vale and Island. I think I have enough mana to just grab Vigilante, kill one of the medallions, and a Frenetic Search again. Ah, cool. There was a Merchant Scroll, not. I thought they cast a Cunning Wish for Frenetic Search. I was like, wow, that's some 5-head play there if you put Cunning Wish. I mean, leave Frenetic Search in your sideboard. But like I was saying, so if Gaia's Blessing wins, then maybe, I don't think, if they don't have an answer to Gaia's Blessing, then it's a big possibility they just scoop and then I don't really have to untap because the game's over. I'm assuming they have at least 1 Stifle on the sideboard, so that might be their plan, right? To brain freeze and then stifle the Gaia's Blessing trigger. Merchant Scroll. What are they gonna get? Snap. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're gonna make some beasts. All right. Can I beat that. Unlikely, but let's see. I mean, they have 4 cards in hand, right? So I think the biggest problem is that my stuff doesn't have haste. Oh, I cut the... Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to matter here, right? Because I need to put 5... I need to put Goblin Bombardment plus 4 other creatures in play. I guess Thornscape will do 2 damage. Yeah, without haste, I don't think it can do anything that matters. Let me get the Wirewood Symbiote. Okay, so does that do anything? I'm not really sure. Okay, so untap this, pick this guy up. No, I'm short 3 creatures. No, that was a well-played opponent. Yeah, all right, so there's a... Yeah, any combo deck is pretty tough for me to beat, but I thought maybe I had a chance here if I drew a Cradle, maybe. All right, let's go to round 5 and see how things go. All right, so we're back here for the 5th and final round. Currently 4-1. I'm sorry, 3-1. Hoping to finish 4-1. And so this kind of hands are so iffy, right? Because if I draw off the top, like, then I can cast anything. But I think I'm just gonna mulligan this. Yeah, this is not keepable. I guess I can keep this one. Let me see. I guess put this back and Skyshroud Poacher maybe. Definitely the Hermit. Maybe a Sharpshooter. I mean, I don't know. If I have an idea what my opponent's playing, then it's a lot easier. But it looks like I might just lose to Wasteland here. Civil Library. Okay. So none of my decisions there really matter as far as what cards to keep. Riftstone Portal. It's a card that I think is like also very underplayed in this format. We know how hard it is to play 3 color decks. And I think something like that as a mana fixing pretty good. Cataclysm. It's good to know. Yeah, this matchup is gonna be pretty hard. Yeah, it's one of those games that, like, no, it's kind of hard for me to overextend because I can just lose Cataclysm, but I also need to play my stuff. So, I almost think it's better for me to just concede and go to game 2. Because what realistically can I do here? This doesn't do anything now. I mean, you can untap the birds and pick up the Llanowar Elf, but it's not even that good. So untap this, pick this guy up. Okay. I can play Bombardment. I feel like they're just waiting to source a Plush or something. Okay, yeah. And I'll replay this guy. I guess I get to see more of my opponent's deck, right? So I don't think there's a reason to just concede before that happens. Okay, Terravor, Call of the Herd, Cataclysm. Oh, multiple Cataclysms. 10-10 Terravor. So this turn put me as... Well, they can fetch twice, so there'll be 12-12 at least. I'm just gonna take a draw step, and I think we're gonna go to game 2. So Cataclysm and Source of Plowshares, that's not too terrifying. The problem is, like, if they have red in their deck too, then you start seeing things like Pyroclasm and Lava Spray, I think is a card, the one that has flashback. Yeah, all right. So just that on board, right? All right. So I think I won this. I think I won the Vigilante. And I need all the Naturalize, I think. All right. Wall of Blossom's not... Well, Wall of Blossom can stop Call of the Herd tokens. Yeah, maybe a couple of the Elves and maybe the Deranged Hermit or Skyshroud Poacher. I think I'll keep that. I'm just going to keep one Deranged Hermit and I think Sharpshooter. I really dislike cutting the one obs that I have in the deck because they'll have a function, of course. And I think actually Multani's Acolyte's not as good as some of the... you know what? Maybe 0. Maybe I can just do one wall. They do have a lot of enchantments that I want to deal with. Yep, 1 forest, and I think I would be off to the races here. All right, well, I guess I'll keep this one. Yeah, I guess I'll keep the Anger there too. And I'll play a forest and I'm going to pass. And I'm okay if this gets destroyed now because I do have the second one and it's kind of like a time walk if they just destroy the survival, don't do anything else. Now, if it's a... What's the druids? Okay, Oath is all right. I think I'll just pass for now. I'm just going to animate Mishra's Factory. You know, I'm just tempted to do this I think I'm going to do it. Right, I'm just going to get Squee. Where's my Squee? So I have 2 more Naturalize and Nantuko Vigilantes. Call of the Herd. Okay. I'm going to just try my luck with the thing. Where's the Genesis? Okay. And I kind of just want to get Wall of Roots. All right. I got to target something. Yield. No. Well, I guess, yeah, sure. This comes back. No. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, I should have used the oath. Yeah, that was a bad play. Unless I drop Mountain, right? Then I can destroy one of their lands. I think I'm just gonna block. Good. Yavimaya Granger. Let's say no. This comes back. It's a lot of clicking here. Alright, it's gonna play the Granger and get a Mountain. Everything has haste now. I guess I could plow their own creature. Yep, that is a play they're allowed to do. A 10/10 Terravore. Oh, Rare Revelations in the graveyard. I didn't even see it. Well, I guess if I draw exactly Tormod's Crypt, I can destroy Altar Druids and nuke their graveyard. There was a Gaea Crypt on top of my deck. I was thinking like, no, what card I'm gonna like hit with Altar Druids? I guess if it was a Deranged Hermit, then I could just destroy both my survival and their thing. Let's say no to this guy too, and no. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have an instant Terravore. So, all right. So 2 things. One, I think the destroying the the Mishra's Factory maybe was too cute because I didn't draw lands after that. Yeah, I can't really block here. So 3-2 started really well. Definitely like could have played a little tighter in the last round. I think the blue-white Storm deck was like super tough for me to beat with this deck. But yeah, in the last round I think destroying the Mishra's Factory was a little too greedy. But I thought it was a good tempo play because, I didn't see it. I don't think they had Altar Druids at that point in play, so I don't think so. I'll have to go back and look up. All right, so what do I think? So I think the deck is sweet. It's a really cool toolbox deck, and I probably didn't sequence it correctly. Sometimes the Goblin Bombardment felt like a lot of times I caught myself thinking, and I think sometimes I actually said it out loud, that I wish I had Bombardment in play before casting other creatures. So maybe some of the turns I should have taken off to just cast Bombardment and then try to develop my plan instead of the other way around, like, play the creatures and then try to play Goblin Bombardment. Mostly because if you're playing against non-blue decks, if the creatures resolve, then Bombardment is just kind of like value, right? Because like even if they try to kill it, then you can just either remove a creature or deal damage to them. So maybe that's something that, even some of the games that I end up winning, but like I think there's a lot of times I caught myself like, maybe I should have Bombardment in play before casting a Priest of Titania or something. But other than that, I think I did notice a lack of Pyroblast effects in the sideboard, but maybe they're not necessary. I didn't get paired against any of the standstill decks. I think those are sort of popular right now in the leagues, and didn't get paired against Dreadnought, which I do like Pyroblast against Dreadnought, but maybe Naturalize is just better. And Nantuko Vigilante. Post board, we do have access to 3 Vigilantes and the Naturalize. Maybe that's enough to deal with Dreadnought. The only thing with Naturalize and Vigilantes, of course, they're a lot slower than Pyroblast, but this deck can make a lot of mana quite fast. So I guess beyond the play, that's maybe just a matchup that's like, just really hard to deal with, and then maybe there's no reason to focus too many resources into one thing. Yeah, I really like the additions of Winter Orbs. That's a card that like I liked in some of the what's the name of the deck that I think I mentioned in another video, like Trinity Green decks with like Rofellos and Deranged Hermit and Skyshroud Poacher. I'm a big fan of Winter Orb in this type of decks. Of course, it's much better being a sideboard, I think. I don't think it's a main deck card. Lots of sweepers in the format, lots of hate for creatures that have a certain creature type, and so you can't really rely on having multiple elves in play or multiple goblins in play. And I think Sharpshooter was a very good card. I'm a big fan of Sharpshooter in the format, not just in goblins, but excuse me, in elves too. Some of the versions of Survival Welder that I played, I think all of them had Goblin Sharpshooter. Again, card is just really, really good, and obviously if you have Anger in your deck, is just bananas. All right, yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I think the deck's really, really cool. I think I definitely want to... There's some of the cards for this deck I didn't own in paper, I think. No, I think I actually had a thing for this deck. Oh, Orcish Settlers. I did not have an Orcish Settler. I actually just put them in my my online cart. Whenever I have my next local Premodern meetup, probably will play this deck. I've been... what is the word for it? Like, not longing, but I've been wanting to try like a new... Survival of the Fittest toolbox deck, and I think if you guys been watching the channel, like, no, I got my hands on some survivals a couple of years ago in paper, and then I went through a phase that I really wanted to play every possible Survival of the Fittest deck that like every Survival of the Fittest deck, even HFAB, and I tried Madness, HFAB, Survival Welder, regular Elves, and then some different variations of Elves, the ones that play the card that has the Beast Storm card and like the Kamal, so like, and so when I saw this deck, I was like, all right, I gotta try this one too, and I'm glad I did. The deck is very fun. But yeah, with that being said, thanks everyone for watching. Again, if you like Legacy, if you like Premodern, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave your comments below, and yeah, really want to hear y'all's feedback on this league, and we'll catch you guys next time.